Welcome back to Superman and Lois TV Talk. This is our episode for the Superman and Lois episode, The Thing in the Mines. How very vague. I'm Derek.
I'm Frank.
I'm Robin.
At the same time, you both rushed to that. And not only are Robin and Frank here, again, all three of us here this week, we are joined by a special guest, my oldest friend since childhood, and the original co-creator of Starkville's House of L way back in the day, Mr. Tucker Colburn. Tucker, welcome to Superman and Lois TV.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
You've missed me.
You remember.
Yeah.
People. How's it going? Catch us up a decade. Go.
Well,
Deep breaths. No.
Yeah. No, I've moved around. I've been a school teacher for 5 years now. This is my 5th year, and I am mired in dissertation work to get a doctorate, hopefully in the next year and a half-ish. So that's what I've been doing, studying.
Congratulations.
Unlike when I was actually in Starkville, I go to class now.
Well,
Yeah.
God. Frank's having too much fun with his toy over there. It's also -1 degrees where Frank.
Yeah, it's a guy. Send help.
It's pretty much Kurt Russell in The Thing. He is just going out of his mind.
I'm just Robin's sitting by the fire. I'm just trying to get a beer jacket going. That's
Fair enough.
Right.
that's what I got.
Well, let's dive in to talk about the lies that we were fed. I mean, this week's episode of Superman.
The Thing in the Lies.
The Thing in the Lies.
What the heck?
Did you turn it into a morning show? What?
Got news, weather, and traffic coming up. Hey, everybody.
Coming to you live, Z98.5. It's Frank in the morning.
Call with the praise, the pays. That's a different show.
I don't like you with this machine.
All right, cut that.
Too much
Very
power.
dangerous. Robin.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Robin, tell us about this episode. Because those bastards lied to us.
Those Klingon bastards.
All I can think of was that meme from Pawn Stars with the grandfather. As soon as the episode ended, I was like, those bastards lied to me. We were told, to the point that I think we talked for like 20 to 30 minutes on the character of Doomsday.
Yeah.
Oops.
Last week's episode.
Next 30 minutes I'll never get back.
Listen, if I measured my life like that, there's way more I'm not getting back at this point. And most of it is involved with me and a microphone. So,
True.
Yeah, the powers that be, Todd Helbing and other, well, I guess it was Todd, talked to Entertainment Weekly. It was after it was after 201. It was after the first episode. They kind of did a postmortem on the premiere, and we didn't record until after the second episode. And
I couldn't believe that they would actually give away something that wasn't actually revealed on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I should have not believed it as well.
well, we said, to the credit, we said they're going to do their own thing. They're going to twist it however they want to twist it. I didn't know that they were just going to outright lie. That was the twist.
Gotcha.
So is this Captain Luther here?
Well, see, that's the thing.
No, it's
done this,
Morgan Edge.
They've done it twice now, and they've let the episodes lie for them. Mm-hmm. They've let that twist roll out as it's going to roll out, and let you put the pieces together and form your own theories until the reveal happens. With this one, they just told us it was A, and it ended up being a capital B, quite literally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Helbing said to Entertainment Weekly that he was setting up the arrival of Doomsday, one of Superman's deadliest and most destructive foes in the comics. He says, quote, "That is our homage to a classic Doomsday cover." I think Frank read this on the last week's episode. Then in episode 2, you're going to see him a little bit more, which we did, down in the mines. Then in episode 3, you'll get the full reveal. And boy, howdy did we, because it's not Doomsday. Or it's some kind of hodgepodge of something. It's Bizarro.
It's
sure
Bizarro.
seems like Bizarro.
Yeah.
He's got the backwards S.
Yeah.
I mean, the title card. I was said of the
You
show.
got your
I was
title
like,
card.
I was like, I really want that fist, that bony fist coming through the in logo, and then we didn't get that, but they did do something to it. That was funny.
Yeah, I thought about you when I saw that. I mean, they didn't change the colors or anything. They just reversed it.
Yeah,
but that's something.
So I'm not going to get into the. Is it okay to lie to the press, or or did you tell the press up front that it wasn't Doomsday and they still ran this story? But whatever, everybody else
Why they implied
it was there were misgivings. It was a fib.
What he said was that's our homage to a classic Doomsday cover, which it is.
He did.
It just happens to not be Doomsday who is doing the homage to the classic Doomsday cover.
They
it was a
Now, guys, like Lois said, now is not the time to go all Doomsday on me.
I was going to bring that exact point up. They were messing with us during the episode.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yes.
I nearly spit. I was watching with my wife, and I just about spit on my drink laughing, and she's just like, "What? What are you talking?
You wouldn't get it."
Yeah.
It does make me. It's the third time in fewer than 20 episodes that a character turned out not to be who we thought they were, and it raises the question,
or to be this plus something else.
Right.
Yeah,
But it's the third time in fewer than 20 episodes that there's been a misdirect about who a character is, and it makes me wonder, like, how many more times can they pull that off before it's you're crying Doomsday?
Well, if you lie to him, you do it. You do it plenty of times. You do it all the times you want. I'm not going to believe him ever again.
Yeah,
you got one, Todd, and that was it. I'm out.
That's it.
Are we watching Superman and Lois? I mean, is this all a lie?
Maybe not. Maybe the whole thing takes place in a snow globe. I don't know.
It's actually been. It's like season 7 of Smallville. It's been Bizarro and Lois for several episodes.
If you rewind that Smallville scene in Crisis, actually when Clark left and that this has all been a dream that's been happening to him on that day.
Picasso, I like it. All right, good deal. Well, I guess we'll get to the reveal, but we had to say up front we were wrong, or
that's not fair.
That's
not fair.
We were wrong because we were
not
lied
wrong.
to.
You were misled.
We were misled to believe
by the
lies.
But
Frank, you talked about I didn't read the Doomed storyline from New 52, but that was still Clark. It was just Clark that was infected by like a Doomsday virus.
Yeah,
right?
That's right. That's right. So I mean, there could.
So it wasn't like Bizarro and Doomsday together or anything like that.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, it was Superman gradually gets turned into Doomsday. He defeats Doomsday and gets infected by him and turns into Doomsday. But it's not Bizarro. So they could be doing some kind of their own take on that.
Well, clearly they are. Whatever. But, clearly they're doing their own Bizarro.
Their own Bizarro, yeah. But whether or not it's related to Superman Doomed, it's still hard to say.
Who knows?
Is
Robin's going to tell us something right now, apparently.
Is there the question I have for Bizarro is, where does he get those scars?
You want to know how I got this? My old man.
Oh God, the pencil! Here comes the pencil.
There's a lot to talk about in his overall aesthetic, and I guess when we get to the reveal, we'll go more in depth with that. To the necklace that he's wearing around his neck, and to me, that looks like a Phantom Zone prism a little bit in its own light. I think our buddy Tim asked if it was blue kryptonite around it, but I think it's a little bit more animated than they animate their kryptonite when it's being in effect. So,
could it be the Bizarro version of the Sunstone that has like
his Jor-El?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I mean, what else would you bring with you to another planet or to another universe?
I mean, it didn't look like, but it reminded me of the classic, like Bizarro #1 pendant that he wears around his neck.
Yeah,
it was sort of reminiscent of that. not meant to be that, obviously, but it just reminded me of it because the iconography.
Its own little nod for it. I guess we'll talk more about him when we get there. Robin's gonna tee us up though, because there's a lot to go off of in this episode, and a lot that may tie in together if our theories are correct. We'll discuss. We'll have coffee and talk.
All right, you want to go like kind of scene by scene-ish kind of thing, or
Right.
we doing?
You're the master, Robin.
All right. Well,
you do what you feel is best.
Well, I do say that I loved as we start, we have another great shot of Superman in space. You know, trying to figure things out, listening, and I swear, like every time we see him up there, it's like candy to me. I'm so happy. It's so cinematic. It's so cool looking. It never gets old.
Totally.
But yeah, he ends up crashing, and as a result of the pain, and he goes back home, and he has to conference with Lois and John Henry Irons, and they decide that John's going to go check out the mines, and Lois is protesting, like, "Oh, you didn't sign up for that," you know. And he's like, "Well, this is part of all that." But I love it because he's like, besides, like, is there anyone else you could call right now? And my mental image was just Clark thinking about every single person in the Arrowverse and going, "No, there's
not
nobody
really.
I can call."
No one comes.
You're
to
it.
mind.
You're it, John.
This is your cousin, Kara.
Yeah. Well, next bit of notes I have is about Jonathan. I got grossed out by
I do want to say back on that though. It's like if you're going to live under Superman's roof, you kind of got to put on your metal suit and help out a little bit.
I guess that's true.
We're not asking for rent, but if I'm going to die, it'd be nice if you'd come lend a hand.
Just give me a hand.
Hey, he made a promise. He was going to be, he's going to be a good dad to Nat. He wasn't going to get himself hurt. She's already lost one parent. But, yeah, the next thing that I had a note on that came up for me was Jonathan said that Timmy Ryan was he was going through Timmy Ryan's freshman thirst traps, and I'm just like, that's gross.
Yeah.
Did he say he was going through them, or did he just say Timmy posted some thirst traps? Which, again, that's just a weird... Timmy posted thirst traps.
Been scrolling through these for hours. Can you believe this?
Oh, my God.
I can't.
Each one is
seen
more
Timmy?
horrifying than the last.
Have you seen Timmy's OnlyFans? It just goes on and on.
This hours of footage.
So yeah, Nat pops in, and it was funny when she popped into the boys' bedroom. I was just like, "Oh yeah, there's a girl here. There's somebody else who lives in the house." Forgot.
Oh sure, when Candace was here, it was a big problem, but Nat shows up and it's all fine.
Yeah,
to that credit though, she comes in and is talking about Sarah and wouldn't this suck if the roles were reversed kind of thing. And Jonathan even goes as far to tell. At one point you're going to want to tell her about yourself. Would you want her to act the way you're acting, or the way? Why does Nat need to know about? I mean, is it just the sheer transparency of the household? I don't understand why Nat has to know about Jordan's abilities.
Weren't they talking about telling Sarah?
Do what now?
Weren't they talking about telling Sarah?
They were talking about telling Sarah, but why did Natalie need to know? Like, why is Nat in on the secret? I feel like that was just one extra thing that didn't. She hasn't seen him use his abilities that I can think of yet in the 2 episodes. So I didn't know why we had to go the extra mile and say that he's developed Kryptonian abilities as well. I just thought that was odd.
I guess it just wasn't worth it,
I guess not. Yeah. You're going to live here, be yourself.
Yeah. She's going to find out sooner or later.
Yeah.
The way these things go.
I heat vision my toast every morning, so you're going to see it.
So does Clark, but only when he's angry.
Like another one of those things where it was just kind of like, oh man, I wish we saw that. I mean, we had some, Clark and Nat interaction when he's like, I got to talk to the boys, and she's like, that's my cue or whatever.
Brief, yeah.
But I'm like, oh, she knows he's Superman.
Yeah.
And there's no, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that's true. I mean, he looks like she knows what the other Superman looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so does the rest of the world.
Not everybody.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
does everybody.
The
That's
glasses.
kind of the point.
He wears that coat.
Wait, Frank, look, Frank, look.
No.
Look.
No.
Wait, we got a
What?
we got to know who new host. My next thing I wrote, I'm just like, I can't believe we're at a point where Jordan is debating revealing his secret to the girl he loves. Like, we're here already on the show with a teenager.
Yeah.
I'm going to marry her. Okay, you're 15.
Yeah.
And she's 14, so let's
Easy
just
killer.
pump the brakes a little bit.
I love when he asks Clark, and Clark's very first reaction is like, no. like, you're kidding me, right?
I love that Jordan was like, didn't you ever want to tell Mrs. Cushing? Like, I love that. First, I love him calling her Miss Cushing, and I love him like referring back to their history and being like, didn't you want to tell Lana?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I guess he never did.
Save that for
Guess
Miss
not.
Lane.
Exactly.
No, and my theory is that she figured it out last season, I guess, or
Yeah, it seems
unless
like
they
that's-
ever get to the point to tell her, and she's like, "I've always known Clark."
Yeah.
You know, something.
Maybe one night she'll invite him to have another bottle of wine, and it'll slip. She'll be like, "By the way, I know the deal.
It'd be
You
like
know
If I'm gonna be mayor, we got to be straight about one thing."
one of those sloppy
Mayor.
confessions. I know the whole time. You're fooling somebody. No, you're not.
There's not going to be a swimming pool. You stupid little thing.
Okay, so meanwhile, Lana is struggling to figure out how to get the town to take her seriously. Her first reaction is to dress up like a librarian and come up with this great thing, just like, here, trust me with your money. Remember how well that went last time?
Remember all the trust you gave me last season? Again, give me the trust. We did say last year that it was a good, and maybe they'll end up playing into it a little bit, but it's a good, I don't know, I think it's a good platform. Hey, we were duped just like you. You know, I mean, the exact same way. And I don't think they're going to go the route of, defaming current mayor, whose name always escapes me. All I can think of is unaired pilot Gabe Sullivan. Because that's who he was.
It's Howard Dean.
Dean.
Dean, that's right.
I just call him Gabe Sullivan. But
It's George Dean. I was just kidding.
Is it George Dean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't keep up. But anyway, I don't think
Yeah.
it's all right to say, look, he screwed us over, last season and threw us under the bus, but there's something to be said for putting her and Kyle both in the same boat that everybody else was in.
Yeah, totally.
This happened to us just like it happened to you.
Exactly.
Let's rebuild. Not say build back better, but you know what I mean. Let's
Make Smallville
no, not that either. So,
better.
but I think definitely, I love that there's money from Galaxy Holdings, which was just a sham corporation anyway, from a fake, from a Kryptonian. But they're just going to take all that money and give it to Smallville in the first place.
Yeah, and funny enough, she's advocating them to invest it in zero interest loans for small businesses. And funny enough, there was zero interest in going along with their plan.
Hey-o!
So Lana freaks out, and we did see Sophie appear in this episode. And her first angry reaction is to go home, take a bubble bath, and tell Kyle, quote, "Can you please keep Sophie from bothering me?"
We could just get her off the show altogether at this point. But I kind of thought we came back and she wasn't around in 201. And I was kind of like, they just wrote her off. She gone.
I had the same thought.
They just Family Matters to her and took her out of the show altogether.
It's way easier that way. When Lana's like, "Can you please?" The extended cut of this episode, she actually says, "Can you please keep her from bothering me like you did in the last two episodes?" Which I thought was a little on the nose.
Yeah,
but
I was like, jeez.
You know how
Fourth
you
wall
took her out?
action.
By the way, I'm a moron. Keens doesn't mean 5; it means 15. Duh. Anyway,
I thought I said it right on the show. And
I
was
didn't. I said,
didn't.
"What is that? 5?"
Tucker, you haven't been on to talk about these new iterations of these characters. What do you think about the Cushing family?
Well, it's a bit of a hodgepodge when you have the the firemen. There's such a big giant age gap between the kids that I can see how they don't really know what to do with them, either the fictional family or the actual writers. I don't know. It did seem a little kind of after school special for a few episodes, like, drinking's getting out of control. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll get it. But at the same time, they did having especially with the first season, having them having both of them very locked in with Morgan Edge's plan, but from different angles, was it added a little bit of a, I forget the French word for je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It'll come to you halfway through the episode. You'll be like,
yeah, I'll get there. But it does. I think there's room to grow. I think the kind of the new sort of direction of trying to make things work instead of being 100% antagonistic the whole time is you're not on your teeth don't hurt when you're watching them this time.
Yeah, we had called at the end of last season that we expected Lana to throw her hat in the ring, especially after Merdine screwed her over, and I feel like she'll ultimately win. Because I think that's a great arc for her too, because her whole introduction to this Lana in the first few episodes of season 1 was that she stayed and had the best interest of the town at heart and everything like that, and working through the bank and trying to help all these people that were struggling and after 2008 and the market crisis and all those kind of references, that she was very helpful and endearing to people like Martha Kent. So I think that plays into the strengths they've set up for this version of the character by letting her lead the town.
Well, and she's very much becoming the Martha now that Martha's gone.
Yeah.
And they've said that basically.
Yeah.
I think Clark did once.
Yeah. That she's become the heart of Smallville, so to speak.
And I think they're really running with that.
Best of Smallville?
The best of Smallville, that's
Best
right.
of
Yeah.
Smallville, yeah.
Yeah.
The bench of Smallville. I said bench.
Bench.
I'm sorry, I
Bench.
should have enunciated. I said bench.
The best of Smallville, now available from Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Time Life presents.
So yeah, back into the episode, Jordan gets into this argument with Clark, and then Clark yells so loud at him, I'm sure Ben Hubbard got knocked off his chair. No, you don't. Which I was immediately I've been there.
I think Martha and Jonathan heard him. Is that loud?
It was that was effective though.
It scared me a little bit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I just didn't know what was about to go down, but it's obviously a result of everything else that's going on with him right now.
Yeah. Another thing to look for after that, when that first happens, they do a little shot of John Henry standing over by the barn, giving it a wary look,
he just kind of leans out of the doorway, like, "Huh, what's going on out here?"
Maybe I guess should get the suit on.
Halfway through it, pulling up the pants.
Nat, I wondered how easily he put that on, and then we saw how cool it is to put that thing on in this episode.
Very cool.
We go to school, and Sarah and Jordan have an awkward conversation. Can I posit this? The quote is, "I almost called you 50 times last night. I thought you would have at least texted." Is that this show's version of "Can you read my mind"?
Wow.
It's the Gen Z version of
I'm like, what Gen Z, do they call still? Is that a thing the kids still do?
Oh my God, they were
FaceTime.
born in the 80s. They know how to use their phone as a phone.
Right. Yeah, right.
It's like, I almost called you 50 times. Why didn't you text me? You should have known this. Before we find out the ultimate revelation about Candace tells Jonathan that Timmy took something at Deucer Slavin's Lake House Party. And like, let me tell you, how do you get the nickname Deucer? Because
Deucer.
It's not pleasant.
It's a whole process.
I aced all my courses. They called me Ace. Got straight B's. They called me Buzz.
She says that he's on some, quote, crystal crap that only grows in Smallville.
Gee, I wonder what that is.
Right.
Mr. White gave it to me.
Tonight on a very special Superman and Lois.
I got to tell you, I felt so bad when Lois is like, I got to go call my dad. She calls Sam, and he is in the most picturesque scene. He's on a fishing boat. Oh,
it's
my God.
The fakest background ever.
Leave Sam alone.
It's in the middle of a cyclorama. It looks like a sunset.
Yeah, no kidding.
Awesome.
Green hints all around his shoulders.
Yeah. We find out that the podcast is going to have a mystery guest on. I'm assuming his name's Tucker. So
that's how it works. Yeah.
For who?
good.
It's you, I think.
It's news to me.
Yeah.
I do wonder who that's going to be. You're tying this in now to the Lucy storyline and this podcast that's kind of undoing all of Lois's work. Yeah, they're going to have somebody who is going to
Rabble rousers.
Whatever it's called, take down everything.
Is it not Lucy? Do we think it's not Lucy?
I don't think she would have told Sam that she'd talk to Lois if it was going to be her. But then what's her name shows up, and that kind of throws that out of the. I'm just going to call her what's her name so we don't divulge back into last week's conversations. Alston, is that how you pronounce it?
Alston.
Not Alliston.
No.
Allie Alston.
Okay, all right.
So we are not bringing up the tie-in to real life.
I mean, we're not talking about it. I don't want to laugh because, I mean, people that, horribly affected. A lot of people that went through that, and I'm not making light of it at all, but I do, I didn't think it until Robin started talking about it last week. I'm like, this is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
It's bold.
Yeah.
Brazen.
I still don't necessarily think that's what they're doing, but I feel like somebody should have been like, hey,
so our name
could we change the name?
Right?
Yeah.
We'll call her Mackie. No, that's worse. Let's...
Going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Colder?
The inverse method.
Yes.
Is what her teachings consist of.
Yeah.
What is
thousands of dollars?
Yes, you too can be part of the inverse method. And what is the inverse method, you may ask? I don't know. It's
me am not sure.
It's me am not sure. Me not know. But the inverse method is a new trend in helping to find your true self. I mean,
You're reading from the Daily Planet, right?
I'm reading from the chapter 4, verses 9 through
some of their literature.
This is from the show, though.
I'm behind a Daily Planet paywall, so I can't access the full story.
It's from a screenshot.
My subscription ran out. Yeah, but the inverse method theory founder. It's
Allie Alston.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to say her name. But that she helps these people achieve their endless goal to become whole. She gives out literature. 6 members from this specific meeting that Lois is citing in her article were sent home with a list of instructions to commune with their true self, but only survived and made it to the next morning. We obviously know that Lucy tried to take her own life as a result of these teachings.
A little more Heaven's Gate than anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
But the inverse method, does that make you think of anything else that's going on right now? Like a bizarre kind of world or a different kind of...
It is a little bizarre.
Let's keep chewing on it, and we'll move our way through the episode.
We'll get there.
Yeah. So at football practice, Jonathan calls Timmy pathetic for using drugs to enhance his performance.
You're pathetic.
I'm like, where were you last season with your brother? His performance was a little enhanced, don't you think, Jonathan? I guess he was a little jealous.
He
then.
wasn't.
Yeah.
He couldn't help that.
So he gets into a little fight with Timmy and ends up clocking Clark right out.
Okay,
And
the punch was good. The punch was good. It was an immediate swift, but then Clark hesitates and then just fumbles.
Yeah.
It's like he actively made the decision to go down.
Yeah.
Father of the Year right there. Not only
yeah.
protecting the identity, protecting your family, but boy, your friends be like, you knocked your dad right out right in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Not that Jonathan would be proud of that.
But there's like a full second where he goes, "Foom," and then it's like, and
Oh,
then
right.
starts to take it to the ground.
Classic.
I watched that 2 or 3 times because it made me laugh.
He whispers, "You owe me big for this."
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
Oh, wow, son, that really hurt.
Oh. Gonna have to get that looked at.
Yeah. So, yeah,
He makes up for it by throwing that helmet into the Coke machine in the next scene.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then he does something that happened with Jordan last year, which was that he lets his it's something different than heat vision. I'm calling it laser vision. His heat vision out into his hands.
Yeah.
Much like he did for Jordan last year.
Yeah. Because it's the same thing. Jordan couldn't contain it, and Clark's blood pressure is so high. I don't know. It's when he starts getting heated that it's starting to break through with the whole Bizarro Doomsday laser visions. Alan Parsons project.
He described.
Sorry,
referencing knowledge. He describes it as like an anger that he can't contain. Right, like it's. At
this point, you're still thinking, okay, Doomsday,
right?
Like that sounds like just pure rage that's unbridled, that you can't shut it down. So even at this point, we're still like, okay, Doomsday's coming out of there.
So yeah, Jonathan's driving hasn't gotten any better since last season, but
it's not that hard, Jonathan. Later on, he was like, "You'd start teaching me how to drive." And I'm like, "You could try a little harder. Like it's not that hard." I know you were coming in on 2 wheels anyway. He went to the John Schneider, Jonathan Kent School of Teaching.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, Jordan walks in and pokes the bear. Wow, Rageaholic strikes again, and Clark. This was different.
Different.
That was great too. Like that little moment where he like catches himself and like turns away. Like way to man, like almost comedic.
Yeah. He has a little cool down time with Lois, talking through it, and that's where the whole "now is not the time to go all Doomsday on me."
Yeah.
Man, I cracked up. But there was another little fact that he dropped. He says that his dad never yelled at him like that. I'm like, really? Jonathan Kent never raised his voice like that?
Well, not quite like that.
Not quite like that.
Not with the red eyes and the whole thing. Well, after Jor-El, maybe, but not.
Yeah, and upstairs, Jonathan and Natalie have some bonding time because apparently there's Madden on Infinite Earths. So
yes,
well,
the controls are all the same.
Not as of a few weeks ago.
Rest in peace.
Sorry, that was sad.
Do you think John Henry is like, now remember, this is not the same Madden? Okay, it might look the same.
Yeah. That would get old of everything. These toilets are different, Natalie.
They go the other way.
Water goes the other way.
And boy, Jonathan's ego is taking quite a hit in the football department, and I can understand where he goes to at the end of this episode. He's had enough. That was a joke, everybody.
It was the last straw. It's Madden.
I am done with this. Meanwhile, John Henry
he starts taking that tough acting to acting.
Apparently,
here's a guy who just made a Madden reference.
Wow, I haven't thought about that in 20 years.
I completely forgot about that.
Boo!
Meanwhile, in the mines, John Henry Irons is apparently the laser printer in his RV is working real great because he's got himself a U.S. retrieval agent ID to find. He's going in there to find the missing team, and not sketchy Dr. Faulkner.
That 87 Winnebago has got it all.
Yeah.
Got the deluxe package.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could see it. He gets knocked the heck out, and Faulkner gets on the phone to somebody and says, "Our timeline has moved up. I'm getting it out today."
Who is she talking to? And is it Lex in the Phantom Zone?
And I love we go to Sam, Sam's in the chair in the RV suddenly. John must have showed him the controls before he left.
Sure.
And I love he's just like, he hasn't moved a bit. Probably hit a roadblock. Yep.
No
Thanks,
pulse
Sam.
and hadn't moved in 20 minutes. He's fine.
He's fine.
He's fine.
He's right. So yeah, Clark apologizes to his boys. We talked about the driving thing, but he talks to Jordan about how if he feels the same way in a year, then they can talk more about this. So I think he's hedging his bets that it's a teenage romance.
Season 3. Sarah
Give
finds
it a
out.
year.
Yeah, I think Sarah will be finding out before the end of this season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Her and Beppo.
Yeah,
No Beppo this episode.
No Beppo. For somebody who's now a full cast member,
This wasn't a Bepisode.
no Bepisode. I saw pictures from next week. Her hair's totally different. She didn't have the bangs anymore.
Oh, really?
The 4th episode. Maybe that's what she was doing this one.
There you go.
She was at the salon.
Yeah.
She used the inverse method on her hair.
Ah.
That's my excuse.
So we go back to the Cushing house, and Lana shows off that she's doing real good at darts, standing 2 feet away from the board. She cannot wait to show up her husband.
She's a few glasses in. Let her have it. Just let her have her moment here.
But don't tell Kyle.
Sarah reveals what happened at summer camp, and kudos to Lana for not flinching and just kind of going right with it and being a good mom and big upping her confidence and telling her how great she is. I felt really weird about this Sarah plot this week because it felt like, I don't know, it's just like, well, why is Jordan mad I kissed somebody else? Shouldn't he just get over that? But
I know I kind of paired them together for the whole season. I was like, they didn't even get together until late in the season,
Right.
Last year, because she was still with dumbass, who we've not even seen again, have we?
we have. He was in this episode. Yeah.
Was he in this one?
Yep.
On the field?
Coach called him in and said, "Big Sean."
That's right.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
right. They did call
His
him.
last year to.
Dad, this is your last time to be able to hit people. That was him. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was
Not
a
get
little dark.
charged or something. Yeah.
Yes, not get charged.
Coach is rough.
Yeah, that was
Making fun of people for having they close lockers and
Your last easy day was yesterday.
Yeah. After that discussion, then Sarah kind of helps Lana try her campaign in a different way, which is a little Instagram live. She's got the flannel. She's in the kitchen.
I mean, I feel like that says
stuff.
I feel like that's a lot better than the high school class president poster board she was putting up in the diner.
Yeah.
Like,
I had the same.
I was like, can we throw a little money at this?
Yeah.
Like just a little.
Yeah.
Vote
she
for
blew all
Sophie.
that money on all the flip flops last week.
I will put a vending machine in the cafeteria.
I will put a football helmet in the vending machine.
I was like, if Sophie at least had made the poster, like they showed her at the bar doing it or something, I would have been okay with it a little
Then
bit
it'd be
more,
cute. Then it'd be
but
cute.
They were proud of that.
Yeah. We're going to put it right up here on the fridge where everyone can see
I'm
it.
very anxious to see what the bumper stickers look like.
I got eradicated, and all I got was this Lana Lang for Mayor bumper sticker.
I need to go. I still have not seen that one shirt.
Yeah, I didn't.
And all that merch. I saw the bobbleheads and Superman Save Me, but I did not see the I got eradicated, and all I got was this T-shirt.
We go into another conversation between Clark and Lois. Nice, the front porch convos are always nice, and talking about parenting. And I very much identified with this. Clark's like, I'm feeling like a complete and utter failure. And Lois is like, well, welcome to the world of parenting. And just the worries that everything you do has such a lasting effect. And that is a paranoia I have, that, oh man, I say the wrong thing. And, she's going to remember this one thing forever. Because there are things I've held on from my parents, like times that I've been, let down or the
Let's
wings.
unpack that, Robin.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Get into that.
Right there.
You don't have
there.
to lay down. You don't have to lay down. Sit up.
All right. My mom told me I
No,
would never
let's not.
No, I was just kidding.
podcast.
Just kidding. This is not that show.
Well, speaking of which, though, I was walking across the house to come over here to record. Wes was like, "Where are you going? Going to do another podcast?" I'm like, shut your mouth.
That's right. That's what I'm doing. You got a problem with it?
Why don't you go to bed? You got school in the morning. I already did that.
Guess whose bedtime it is? Not mine.
Yeah, I can stay up all night. There was another a cute moment. I forget. I didn't write down exactly, but it was kind of like it sounded like Clark was going to flub up, but he ended up turning it around and complimenting her.
Talking about Lucy. Yeah. When they were talking about Lucy and everything. Do you find yourself watching the nighttime porch scenes and trying to figure out if they're on the soundstage
porch or
if
not?
they're actually at the house?
Yep.
I do it every episode. I'm like, okay, where's this one? Is it real or is it fake?
I do that too. Yeah. And now I'm like when they're in Victoria Maze, I'm like, yeah, that's real. Yeah, you
That's
can see
real.
it. That's actually
You
the
can go
back
in
lot
there.
there. Yeah. You can
Post
see it.
office, not real.
Yeah. I can see the Sequoia marquee
Yeah.
in the back. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Clark ends up collapsing, and he says it's breaking out, and he flies off to the mines to come face to face because it's exploded out of the mines. It's landed. It's I don't know. It looks like Big Daddy from BioShock, or
It's their version of that first Doomsday suit.
Yeah.
what is this suit?
Well, it was a containment suit for Doomsday, and I guess it's the same thing that they're going to call it for this, or
Right.
if they ever even reference it at all. But again, it was just a thing to throw us off.
Right.
Literally him coming out from under the earth, punching his way out, and then wearing that suit. That's Doomsday.
Right.
Looks like something out of the original Superman TV series.
Kind of does.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
kind of does. That's true.
Or
I mean,
or the thing from Revenge of the Sith. The Techno Union supports you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I kept expecting it to be a mole man at this point.
Help.
If we're going to go back to the source material, let's go way back.
Yeah.
I thought John Henry was going to be in a lot more dire straits down there after the creature broke out, but he's fine. He's still just laying there. Didn't affect him in any way.
Yeah.
He wasn't trapped under rubble or anything.
He literally just ran out of the mines.
Yeah.
He just ran out on his own.
The doctor didn't tie him up or anything. She just
No.
knocked him out and then
Yeah, he's down. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Here we
He's
go.
fine. It's fine.
And so he's like, Jarvis,
Yes.
send
In
my
the suit.
Help.
Income.
So very
Jarvis,
cool.
where is my super suit?
suit.
I really did love the John Henry Irons jumping into the air and the suit coming around. I was like, okay, that is about as close to Iron Man as I want to get. If this suit becomes nanotech that he can just wish into existence anytime he wants to, this show's going to go way too far. But this right here, I think, is pretty good. What do you guys think?
Was he using the suit? I don't have a name for the computer. woman.
Skeets.
No, not call her Skeets. That feels disrespectful to Booster Gold.
Friday.
Edith, maybe.
Edna, something. But
Edna.
yeah,
I like Edna.
Edna hero.
We'll call. We should call her Edna. She was like, you only have. Yeah, that's gonna stick. We're calling her Edna.
Yep.
Edna.
There's only so many solar flares you have left. Was that what he was firing? Were those the solar flares? As he fired off like 12 of those mothers. And only the last one did anything.
I think the last one just got his attention. It didn't really.
Right.
I think he pushed him a little bit as he was getting closer, but that was the extent of it.
Really just made him mad.
Yeah.
Were the solar flares something from last season?
That's what he used on Edge. That's what he used on Tal Road.
Yeah, okay.
To take his
end.
Power.
Yeah. Which didn't work. Or only worked for so long. But in the midst of this fight's when half the helmet. In fact, half the helmet gets broken off before we ever even actually get a look at him.
Well,
there's still a few shots of punches being thrown and slams happening where he's revealed, but it's happening so fast you can't see what's going on, but you can see the blue eyes.
Yeah. You see the blue eyes popping out. And I caught a very quick glimpse of those blue eyes, and I was like, that's not Doomsday.
That's not Doomsday.
That's not Doomsday.
That's Tyler.
He doesn't have those. I'd recognize those piercing blue eyes anywhere.
That's Teen Wolf. I've seen him before.
Look at that jawline. That's not Doomsday.
Look at it. He's got the same amount of stubble as Tyler has.
That's what. Okay, but I was like, if you really want to go all the way in, you need to shave him clean.
Right.
Bizarro needs to be babyfaced if you're gonna have stubble Clark or stubble Superman. In the ensuing fight, he gets a few words in. If you were watching with captions, as I do because I'm old, it said alien language in the captions. However, our buddy Robin had an excellent idea ahead of recording tonight and said, hey, why don't you roll that backward and see what happens? And... Now, I hear, leave me alone. And I hear a cat meowing, which I don't think is related at all. But Tucker, you said you just thought you heard leave alone?
Now, in that exact clip, I heard the me. The one you sent me earlier, I was not listening with good quality headphones, and I had the old iPhone up to the ear and had my eyes closed and imagining what he's saying.
So I heard it that time. I had to clean it up a lot to be able to get that, but I mean that's what he says, right?
Yeah,
I mean, there's no questioning that.
Can we hear it again for the listeners?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me play that back again one more time.
Okay, see that time I heard
leave
that time I heard
me alone. That's what I'm hearing.
But that time I heard Paul is dead. So I don't, make of that what you will. I don't
turn me on,
really
dead man.
Do with that what you will. And then I guess we'll save the other for when we get to the end of the episode. But so it's not just jargon. It's not just an alien language he's speaking. He is literally speaking in reverse.
Yeah, and when I watched this the first time, I was also like wrangling dogs in. I was like getting really irritated because I'm letting dogs out and being like, just keep it running, it's okay.
So it was you. You let the dogs out.
It was me.
Wow.
It was me.
I'll inform the Baja Men.
Years later, it's been revealed.
So I heard him and I was like, oh, he's probably saying something like, me am mad or something like that. But I did not expect. And then I saw alien language and I was like, oh, come on. What is this? And, the whole backwards nature of Bizarro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even when you said it, I was thinking about, I'd forgotten he said something to Clark in that scene. I was thinking about in the Fortress when he said something, and we'll talk about that one.
Yeah.
Here in a few minutes. But I was like That does sound like audio in reverse. Like that does when there was nothing else over it, and him just standing in the fortress, and you could hear it. It does sound something like played backwards. So, good job, Robin.
Thanks.
An excellent call.
I do wonder if this is something that we broke, or like half the internet's already talked about this already.
I don't know. I mean, I don't go around looking much anymore, and I don't have social media. But I of the brain trust here, and then I sent it over to Tim, and he was like, I hadn't seen that anywhere. So I feel like it's a safe bet. Surely somewhere's thought of it, but I certainly didn't.
It's not widely talked about.
No, and I seriously, I mean, I also leave captions on for things like that,
right?
When I miss stuff, and and because they'll put in stuff that you're supposed to pick up on. So I always do that in case I miss something.
Sometimes it's even like a character name that's not credited otherwise, stuff like that.
Well, like last week with what's his face being
Karamowski or something.
Being so.
That's right. Yeah,
giving him his full dossier, code name or whatever. So,
and speaking of characters, there's actually a person that plays this character when we don't see Tyler's face, and we had the big suit on. He was billed last week as Monstrous Figure, and he's billed this week as Behemoth Thing. And that would be our. All right. Well, I'm just going to decide.
Who's going to make the prison joke?
The guy who is actually in the suit is Daniel Cudmore, the guy who was Subject 11 last year.
Yeah,
Colossus, of course.
Huh. He's a big dude. I guess that works out. At least they didn't lie in the credits and call him Doomsday.
True.
I guess.
True. Yep. So what's it going to be next time?
Cat was out of the bag. They really couldn't.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. So Monstrous Figure, Behemoth Thing, what's next? Like Gargantuan Guy? Or like
what's part 3?
I know.
Frankenstein's monster?
Yeah.
So as we wrap up the episode, there's a few things that happened here. We have a discussion back at the farm. John Henry, Sam actually is like, "Is this evil Superman from your home world?"
It's a good thought.
That was my first thought.
Good job.
That was my first thought when I saw those eyes peek through the suit. Before I got a good look at his face, I did have the thought of, "Oh my God, we were talking on the podcast and we never even discussed the possibility that it's evil Superman from the other Earth." Oh, I feel so stupid. How did we not bring this up? We were obviously. And then it wasn't him anyway. And I was like, yeah, we were right. We knew what we were talking about. We're smart. We know
we thought it was Doomsday. So
Yeah. Close enough. Yeah, but John says that solar flares actually hurt evil Superman. And Sam's like, oh, could he have gotten here the same way that you or your daughter did? And he mentions, oh, yeah, Nat didn't get here the same way that I did.
She didn't come the same way.
Is anybody going to explain this?
Could we talk about the semantics?
I'm telling you, it's like episode 9 or something. There's going to be a flashback to explain this. I'm telling you, they're laying too many breadcrumbs to not talk about it.
But
they're going to talk about it.
We even get a good answer of how he got there, because even he's surprised.
Well, A, they hadn't decided how to answer that yet, and B, they're probably going to.
It was the inverse method.
Maybe.
He connected more with himself.
More than you know.
Deeply.
Nobody questioned that. He was like, she didn't get here the same way I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's put a pin in this.
Sam's like, yeah, that tracks. Okay. Yeah. No further questions.
Stupid. Why would you ask a stupid question like that?
Such a stupid thing. It's like, we could there's no immediate danger now. Bizarro flew off. Let's dive into how she got here for just a minute.
Yeah. Let's double click on that.
It's been 4 months. You've got to tell us how.
Yeah.
And we got the Doomsday reference earlier in the episode, and it's during this conversation, Sam's worried. He's like, maybe we should tell Anderson. He's like, there's a bizarre version of Superman on the loose. So,
what's the Chloe quote from 701?
I don't know what the Chloe quote is, but I know what his quote is. I'm you, only a little more bizarre.
But Chloe,
I'll go ahead and put a coin in the jar right now.
That's from Phantom, but
Yeah, 701. I don't remember the.
But 701, Chloe says Bizarro. There's like a Bizarro U or something.
When you talking about when Kara shows up?
We said
yes,
her name's
that
Kira
episode.
last
Yeah.
Chloe
right.
refers to him as Bizarro Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the episode in 701.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. There's a bizarre version of you running around. Yeah. Start making you guys put a quarter in the jar every time you do one of these references.
Hey, honestly, we made it this far without making a reference. I feel like we're improving, guys.
I snuck one in. You guys didn't hear it.
Oh. What'd you say?
Throw a quarter in the jar.
You guys said next week episode 204. I said red.
No, that's right. You did say that.
Cha-ching. Got it.
While we're throwing quarters in the Smallville jar, I'll go ahead and just the Chloe quote is, "This guy can fly? God, Clark, you really got to get on that one." Well, where's our Bizarro Clark now?
There it is. And
It was so worth it.
Worth every penny.
So yeah, Timmy is now the quarterback. So Jonathan goes to see the girlfriend who he found out he got into a fight because he found out that she was dealing, and we find out her side of the story. And it's kind of that version of Smallville that we heard about as this show was being pitched, that, you know, people are broke and because of that, you know, crime is on the rise and drugs are a problem.
There's a destitute element kind of towards it.
It's opioid crisis Smallville, essentially, right? Like that is what it's an avatar for.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, John and Nat can do a conversation where I swear I thought it was going to turn into like, "Dad, you're not going to do this again." And he's like, "I promise I won't do it again." But it actually turned into Nat, you know, saying that she's going to help build the suit. And then they said they're going to fix up the barn.
It's going to be a layer.
Yeah.
They're going to probably move the router.
Out of that super dangerous area.
To the steel barn.
That's why Robin can't get any service. It's so high up.
Yeah.
Can't reach it. Can't reset it.
Meanwhile, Jordan goes to the Cushing house to apologize for being upset that his girlfriend kissed somebody else and gave her a heart necklace that was given from senior Jonathan Kent to Martha.
That was a good moment. Clark said, "Yeah, I've got something that I think will help smooth things over."
Yeah.
And
I like that.
For the time being, and that was a sweet moment.
He's committing. He's
committing. She's remorseful
Mm-hmm.
of you know what happened at summer camp. So I think it took 3 episodes, which is longer than it sometimes takes on this show to tie up angst and animosity, but I think we got there.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lois, with the encouragement of Clark, goes off to Victoria Mays to meet what she thinks is going to be Lucy, and it turns out to be Allie Elston, who is played by Raya Kielstead, who was one of the main characters of Heroes Reborn.
Okay, I only watched it once.
You remember
but
that?
who? Yeah, remember who was she on Heroes Reborn?
Doesn't matter.
Do you know?
No, I didn't write it down because
I have a feeling.
But she was one of the cast members. She's in all the promo photos.
Let's see if I can do it. Let me Google that for you.
Real time research.
Oh boy.
Oh, she was the one that was over the whole time travel thing. Yeah.
I don't remember it at all. So
You know, they were like sending people to a different time because there was going to be like a cataclysmic event or something, so they were sending them through.
Like 4400 style?
Did you not watch it? It was bad.
No.
It was so bad.
No, man.
It was.
I got my dignity.
Yeah, it was really bad. I love that if you go to the Heroes Wiki for her, it's a database error and there's no record of it whatsoever. But anyway, yeah, I think she was like the big bad of the whole thing. Yeah. Raya.
Well, then she's...
Yeah.
So, yeah, she seems pretty formidable just to come by herself, even to kind of get in Lois's face.
So did Lucy tell her? Did she intercept it and win herself?
Sam told Lucy, and Lucy said she was going to do this, but then, according to Allie, she where was I?
She was going to thoughts, huh?
Yeah, she was going to meet for her. So
yeah.
So
is that who Hair Doctor from the Mines is calling? Is she calling
my
Allie?
theories.
I think low-hanging fruit theory is that she's calling Anderson, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what you expect to happen, since he's kind of coming off as a dick to Clark a little bit, and his up and coming Supermen of America team. But I think if this whole inverse method Bizarro thing is somehow tied together, Alston's the answer.
I think it's Alston, because think about what she said on the phone like last week, right? It's even better than we hoped for.
Something came through, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if this whole inverse method theory is correct, that tracks more than it being Anderson.
Yeah. So are we going to see a cube-shaped Earth? Is that what's happening next? Or
I mean,
what?
Well, that's what Bizarro's Earth is. It's a square. It's a cube instead of a. The Earth's flat, Robin. I don't know if you know this or not, but
yeah.
Interesting. Okay, the last scene before we really narrow down our theories. Bizarro walks into the
bar.
fortress.
Oh.
And he says something
Ouch.
else in the alien language. And do we want to hear what that sounds like backwards?
Home.
okay, interesting. Something called him to the fortress, so he has some
Do we think it's the necklace?
memories of that place. I don't know. Yeah, Tucker's theory was that his version of the Sunstone Crystal. I was saying I was getting kind of a Phantom Zone prism kind of thing. I mean, if it's inverse method and it's Bizarro Earth and we're going that route and there's some kind of like portal down in the caves, I see that as one thing. If he broke out of the Phantom Zone or something, but obviously Clark doesn't know who he is.
Right.
Clark didn't put him in the Phantom Zone to begin with. There's no prior knowledge of him.
Let's look
going back to that whole Doomsday argument from last week where they mentioned him in Crisis, that he had defeated Doomsday.
Right.
Before.
That all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Let's look at what we do know. Like, what we do know is that they're linked. Clark and Bizarro are linked in some way. He feels that anger, and he feels, when the monstrous figure, the behemoth thing, is in distress, Clark has a reaction to it.
I saw Monstrous Figure open for the behemoth thing.
Oh, no way! Really?
Yeah, 98.
Meadowlands.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
They were at Lilith Fair.
Without missing a beat. Wow.
In a surprise move.
Yeah, well, they lied to us. They told us we were getting Doomsday. And it was...
She lied. She lied to us. But you know what I mean? Like, they're linked in some way, and like it would make sense that they're linked because he is his doppelganger from the Bizarro world, and the whole inverse method thing being about finding your true self. Like, what if this woman has found a way to tap into an alternate Earth?
Do you want me to read that article? I can actually read it now. If anybody caught it. This is the article Lois wrote that she kind of chastised. Well, that started this whole thing off. Yeah. That they're kind of debunking on this.
The podcast is about, and Beppo is upset about.
And that Sam didn't read. So,
right.
It says Raleigh, so I'm guessing it's
North Carolina.
Yeah, Carolinas. This is just what's able to read on screen. Last September, Lois Lane byline here. On the evening of the autumn equinox, 6 inverse method members left a healing session meant to achieve their seemingly endless goal to become whole. All 6 members went home with a set of instructions to commune with their true self, personally dictated to them by Alston. Only 5 survived to the next morning. Over the last decade, Ali Alston's inverse method theory has attracted supporters from all walks of life, a member of my own family included. Some followers were only exposed through Alston's books and guidance tapes, others shelling out thousands of dollars for retreats, while the most loyal were privy to secretive healing sessions with the guru herself. These healing sessions resulted in more physical harm than good, often including self-mutilation and attempts to toe the line between life and death. Alston promises to take her followers to an inverse of our world, where their true self is waiting for them to make the journey to become whole. The cost of admission, their life. While most of Alston's satellite members were able to maintain careers and the appearance of normalcy, those who let Alston into their personal lives were forced to forego any interest or her thumbs over that word, I can't see it, of their own in order to meet the guru's constant need for companionship and financial, again, thumb is over that word. So, yeah. This is all tied together.
It's all tied together.
I feel like that's, yeah. And then next week's episode is the inverse method when we first see Lucy.
That's the episode title.
As well, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that stuck out to me was the term self-mutilation and the fact that Bizarro, if that's what we're calling him, has a very scarred up appearance. He looks like he's either been through a lot or done something to himself.
I mean, they don't look like battle scars. You know what I mean? Like it does kind of have that kind of a self-inflicted.
And is it their version of the broken mirror face? I mean, obviously it is. But
yeah.
Does it have more meaning than that, or is it just their, the unchiseled good looks of Bizarro?
I think Robin's onto something. I think the self-mutilation thing might tie in there.
It definitely ties into the cult, definitely.
Yes.
We know that from the text, but...
And he's got a good electric shaver to kind of keep that nice, tight trim to those whiskers.
I mean, you got to go with a wall. You know, the wall that's the top of the line, you know.
I don't know. It could be a shaving mishap, all that scarring and so forth.
Yeah.
Just got a little excited.
Was he on an airplane or something?
That's what happens
the
to
place
him.
to shave on an airplane.
That's what happens to him when the heat vision flares up.
Bizarro cult aside, it was a very interesting ride of an episode. I mean, I think I still don't know how I feel about the ruse, as it were, in going out of our way after the first episode to saying that it was Doomsday. Instead of just letting the breadcrumbs fall where they may and letting people assume.
All the pieces were there.
What we would have assumed. I mean, coming out like that, wearing that suit, that would have been the assumption regardless.
I wish, Derek, I texted you this earlier in the week. I wish they had gone the direction of being, if they were a little more cagey about it and just let us believe what we were going to believe when we saw that suit. Just saying something like, let us assume that it's Doomsday for those 2-3 episodes. All those breadcrumbs were there. They didn't have to lie about it. And if they had said something like, oh, we're really excited to bring a iconic Superman villain into the fold, something like that, and we would all just assume they're talking about Doomsday. But to actually reference it and pretty much lie about it just feels, I don't know. I don't feel lied to.
I maintain. We were talking about this, and I maintained that that
before you blocked me.
I maintained
it was this conversation that got him.
Oh yeah, this was it. Yeah.
That it would have been cooler for us to think it was Doomsday this whole time.
Yeah.
The helmet gets knocked off, and holy crap, it's Bizarro. Like, that would have been a cooler thing to me than being told outright it was Doomsday, and then seeing that. Tucker's going to...
Well,
disagree.
Yes, I'm doing my physical hand raising instead of my Zoom hand raising. So, I don't read the spoilers, right? I have the exact experience you're talking about, wherein I'm thinking Doomsday the entire time.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't I?
Right.
based upon what I'm seeing in real time. And then, so I watched it on the app because I would refuse to pay for cable. So I'm watching it on the app, and then that's what happens right before the commercial hits. And I'm watching it at school, and I've got a class coming in. I'm like, is that bizarro? I can't watch the last 7 minutes because I've got
Kids, wait out in the hall. Just
kids heads down.
Take a lap.
Heads down. Daddy gotta watch Superman.
You go get the TV in the cart and pull it in.
Yeah,
All right.
that's right. We're gonna break down this scene.
So what we have here is clear evidence of cracks in the face.
Just pointing at the screen.
Got 11-year-olds looking at me like I'm insane.
You're drawn on the screen like X's and O's.
If you're lucky,
Yeah.
I'll play a little Jasper Math afterward, but only if you're good. Only
The
if
one with the guy in the boat.
I have that one over here.
Yes, on Laserdisc, don't you?
Nobody knows what we're talking.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm Googling pictures of Slim Goodbuddy.
So I think we've got a break after next week because of the Olympics. And I also think because somebody, one of the main cast members, got COVID, and they had to shut down for a little while.
Thought you were going with they got accepted into the Olympics.
Tyler will be doing the broad strip. Yeah.
Weightlifting.
So we've only got one left, I think, for a few weeks. I'm not sure when they are slated to return. I don't even know if that's been announced.
Who's got COVID?
Who didn't at this point?
Who didn't?
Yeah.
I mean, I did twice, so there you go.
Hey, I died twice.
Thanks, Frank. I was going to look at our old buddy Craig's KryptonSite.com and see if there was a... I don't even know if the title for the 5th episode has been said yet. Because I've actively not been looking at this stuff, but then I have to, record
Welcome
a
to the
podcast
spoiler
about it.
section, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, well, episode 207 has a title, so surely...
Not surely. Not always. Not always.
Surely. 207 is called Fallout. I saw that Smallville episode.
Nuclear Man. All right.
All right.
Oh, no.
Robin.
Hey.
It's your
Finally.
time.
Oh, no.
It's your time
Bizarro
to
turns
shine,
out to
Robin.
actually be Nuclear Man the whole time.
I really didn't.
Mullet,
Look, I
blonde
didn't
curls.
expect them to
Awesome.
bring in little Bow Wow in season 2, but they're.
I'm just bummed about what happened to Coast City.
So we'll see what happens after the 4th episode, but I guess we'll talk spoilers here in a minute.
More than we already have.
More than we already have.
already
Well, we've said the episode title, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And,
that-
and Lucy, but we know
Lucy's
that's coming. Yeah. I'm not going to spoil it.
Hey, we don't know anything. They can
We
talk
don't know
all
it.
they want to.
They can tell you who Lucy's coming and ends up being
Yeah,
somebody
that's true.
completely different.
It's the betrayal. That's what hurts the most.
It's,
Well,
that's what
the
other
other thing
thing
hurts the
that
most.
hurts the most, but it's the betrayal that hurts the second most.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be Lucy Lane, but it's going to be Doomsday. She's going to come in the diner. And he's going to walk in the diner and sit down. I thought Robin would at least laugh at that.
It'll be the other guy from Nip Tuck.
He's just sitting across.
Dr. Doom?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
I'm just picturing Doomsday sitting across the table from Lois with a cup of coffee.
Yeah, just sipping it.
Yeah.
World's best boss mug. Sipping it back.
World's best cup of coffee.
Frank, you did it! Frank, where can they find us?
Well, you can find us at supermantvtalk.com or email us at supermantvtalk@gmail.com. Follow us all over social media at Superman TV Talk on Twitter, Starkville House of L on Instagram, still rocking the OG there. And please make sure to subscribe and rate and review us on your favorite podcatcher. Particularly Apple Podcasts has the biggest impact, although rate and review us in any app, wherever you get your podcasts. Give us a star in Overcast or leave us a review. And I believe Spotify's doing reviews now, so leave us reviews there too. And hey, as always, big shout out to our buddy Craig over at KryptonSite, who is the purveyor of the finest Superman news and spoilers and updates, and he's just been a friend to the Superman community since for decades now.
Also, a big shout out to our buddy Tucker for coming on and joining us after, I think, Legion. I think that was the last time.
Had to
that would have been season
8,
9,
7, 8,
no, 8 or 9,
3.
$1, Bob.
It was 8 because it wasn't after. It was in the midst of Doomsday and Chloe going Brainiac, and it was very fitting you were back here. It's Doomsday was arc to now.
You're welcome, audience.
So we'll be back after the music to talk spoilers, and if you're not sticking around for that, then we will see you for episode 204. I've already forgotten the name. The Inverse Method. We'll see you then. We're always around. Yeah.
Boys.
How long am I going to keep seeing what he's saying?
Let me help you with whatever that thing was. I have to do this on my own. You need help.
Anderson sent his team to stop this guy.
He's in no shape to fight this thing.
Maybe it's time to reconsider what you believe.
Welcome back to Spoilers. These are discussions for the next episode 204, The Inverse Method, which sees our characters after the final moments of the last episode. Clark seems to still be having these visions. He is now in discussions with Anderson about the thing that was in the mines. Bizarro.
Mm-hmm.
And he's wanting his team to intervene. We see a shot of Tag and the other two
cadets.
Yeah, I don't need Namek and Aether. I don't know what to call them.
Nice. Good pull.
Until further notice, that's what they are. Tag and Namek and Aether. Getting their marching orders from Anderson. The coolest shot, however, in this very short teaser is not Lana and Kyle running across the Smallville downtown street, but is Bizarro standing in the Kent Farm lawn with John Henry and Clark on the porch looking out at him in his tattered tattered cape.
Cool shot.
In fact, we don't even see... I don't even think we see Bizarro's face in this entire trailer. We see Clark having more of the visions. We see the fist punching out from the debris, but in the mines. But that is a prior shot.
Yeah, I know. We don't see his face in this promo at all.
Yeah. So, but we do see the visions still happening. Now, we didn't talk about it back in the episode, but I do want to ask, and then I'll read the official description. Bizarro saying, "Leave me alone." What do you make of that, Franklin? Delano ramblings.
Well, typically, Bizarro says the opposite of what he means.
Hug me.
So, right. I mean, maybe
Bizarro hate fire.
I'm kind of wondering if he means help me.
What game? That was the Xbox game, wasn't it? Doug?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that thing was terrible.
Bizarro loves Superman.
He was like a car salesman. He had that canter.
Yeah.
Bizarro hate fire. Oh, I forgot all about that game. All I think of is...
No, Frank, you're right that he always says the opposite, but I'm wondering if they're taking a whole different direction with him speaking backwards.
That's the thing, right? Like, is that their nod to it, just the backwards nature of it? Like, so when he says, does he say what he means in this iteration? It's hard. We don't know enough. We don't know.
No, the producers don't even do that, so who knows?
Yeah, he didn't show up at the fortress and go like, "This isn't my house."
This
True,
is
he
not
said
my
home.
wife. This is not
Strange
my
place.
beautiful house.
How did I get here?
I like that.
That'd be pretty good.
Oh man, that's our next song parody right there.
We've gone We've gone from Billy Joel references.
Now it's all Talking Heads this season.
Talking Heads.
Everything this season is Talking Heads.
My goodness. Okay, so the official description for
Psycho
this
Killer.
episode,
The classic one.
Yeah, these have gotten more and more vague since the pilot. Like, they just get more and more vague.
They just
People
don't
are
sound
in it, and
interesting
things
at all.
happen.
Yeah. Lois and Chrissy are on a mission to find Lois's sister, Lucy, and Jonathan and Jordan become more and more unsettled as Clark's painful visions continue. Meanwhile, Lana...
Okay, good enough so far. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
what do we have next?
Meanwhile, Lana, Kyle, and Sarah share a family breakfast.
Good
And-
Lord. The action never stops.
Yeah.
but there's
Lastly,
more. No,
Natalie...
They share a family breakfast and discuss Sarah's upcoming quinceañera.
Oh, okay. I missed that. Yes. Discuss
Half the
that.
I am
episode is party
tuning
planning.
in.
Sophie Cushing, not in this episode.
Lastly, Sophie's plane went down over Japan. It spun in. There were no survivors. Lastly, there's your MASH reference for the night, folks. Lastly, Natalie and her father share a bonding moment. Dylan Walsh also stars. Yeah, they've just gotten way more and more vague. I guess they don't want to outright say and lie in the descriptions and say it's Doomsday that's coming or anything like that. One thing that doesn't really get talked about here, and I feel like maybe won't happen in the next episode. They'll put it off until after the hiatus, but maybe not since he outright asked for it. Although I could see Candace declining him, is whether or not how soon we start seeing Jonathan partaking of the XK. And do you think that when he starts taking the XK that it might awaken his own abilities?
I'm wondering about that. I'm wondering about that.
I thought either that or he'd have some horrible reaction
Yes.
to it.
Yeah.
Yes. That's I can't decide which I think is more likely.
Yeah, that would not go well for him if he does take it and then becomes deathly ill as a result of it, having to answer for that. Although I don't envy him when Clark finds out that he is taking it either, because we know that'll end up happening.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
They're not going to skirt that issue.
You think I was mad when Candace showed up?
Am I forgetting something? Like the XK has zero effect on actual Kryptonians?
See, I don't remember that, but I don't know about that. But then there's also that whole it affects the people in Smallville, or it affects them for more permanently than it does. It wears off of people that haven't grown up around it.
No, it actually hurts them. It hurts them.
It does hurt them. That's right.
Yeah.
So
they
it
get
is going
powered
to
up and then just die.
So it may hurt him from that standpoint, and it may also hurt him from the standpoint of if he does have some sort of...
Or it may have zero effect, because that's the thing. Like when you see...
It's just a
It's a placebo to him.
Placebo. I couldn't think of the word.
Right.
Placebo.
I got you. Don't worry. Daddy's here.
It's like lemonade. I got nothing.
Yeah. No, but so you remember, at the end of season 1, Tulro and Clark are in the midst of it. They're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's happening is as a result of the Eradicator, kind of, because aren't they like soul stones or something? Because that's all that's really in them, isn't it? Or am I wrong? Way off? Am I forgetting?
I don't remember.
I mean, all we really...
It wasn't the deal like the souls of the Kryptonians are trapped in them.
No, I think they were trapped in the...
No, they were in those pods. That was different from the XK.
Right.
Sophie's pod.
The X...
6 of one, half a dozen.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. All we really know about the XK...
stand by what I said.
He's backing it up. He's going to go down with the ship on this one.
The ultimate argument is, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still.
Says you.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
You know what? You might be right.
That's just like your opinion, man.
There are only 5 pictures from this episode, and there's not a lot going on, but Lois and Chrissy do confront... Lois and... Did I say that right? Lois and Chrissy do confront Lucy somewhere. they have tracked her down. Again, we talked about last week, this is not the same Lucy Lane, even though it's played by the same actor, that you saw in season 1 of Supergirl over on CBS, thanks to the Blanket of Crisis.
Right.
It is a different iteration of the character, much like Sam Lane, although at least Sam Lane looks different.
That's true.
Than he did on season 1. But yeah, it's just them confronting her, and then it looks like John Henry and Clark on the porch from that scene where Bizarro is out in the field looking at them. So, not a whole lot to go off of, but you know,
I'll tell you what's going to happen.
Yeah, what's going to happen?
There's going to be some. They're going to do some high court drama. Some little copyright infringement.
Yeah.
On the U.S. military using Superman's trademarked logo.
It should.
It'll get ugly. It will get ugly. And, you know, that'll be that.
Yeah. One thing I did not mention at the top of the show that I meant to is that Superman Lois is getting a comic tie-in.
Yes.
And wanted to mention that real quick because there is a Earth Prime series, a 3-month, 6-issue event set entirely in the universe of DC's popular superhero TV shows. All issues are to be part of their respective canon. So, as far as overlapping storylines with other shows in these crossovers, doesn't seem to be the case with Superman Lois goes, as it plays in its own sandbox. But Earth Prime number 2, issue number 2, will deal with the Kent family. In a story spotlighting Clark Kent and Lois Lane's first anniversary, trying to celebrate their marital bliss is never easy when you're a superhero. When you're a superhero husband and news reporter wife, especially when world-saving and creating hard-hitting stories continues to spoil your plans. Plus, the true origins of the evil Superman from John Henry Irons' world are finally revealed. To me, that's a far more interesting thing. Not that Clark and Lois's first anniversary is not. I guess that's just told in flashback form because the cover is them outside the Kent farm with the boys.
Right.
So, boys.
Boys.
And it's art by Tom Grummett, who was an artist in the early 90s during the Death of Superman era. He drew the sort of mullet Superman that we think of.
Well, and Jai Jameson and Adam Mallinger, the script reader, are penning it. So will be very cool to see. I don't know. I can't remember if I saw a date on those anywhere. No, I do not see a date anywhere.
It is Earth Prime number 2, the Superman and Lois one, will be in comic book shops and digital platforms April 19th.
Oh, there you go. Each issue will also include bonus material created by cast members of the CW shows, as well as teasers that will provide clues to the nature of the final crossover issue number 6.
Yes. The last page will just say he's Doomsday.
Fooled you! All right.
Sucker.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Tucker, for joining us. Frank and Robin, as always. And we'll be back next time. See you then.